who's the managing partner of TAG Financial Institutions Group. Stephen, so lovely of you to join us.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much. And you brought the sunshine from Florida. Thank you very much.
I certainly did.
Appreciate it.
Yes.
You say that valuations have reset. I mean, obviously, we've seen that across even the Mag 7, but you say the long-term story remains intact. Can you just talk about what that long-term story is?
Yeah, I think in terms of valuations, I'll put an asterisk in that and say that that's really around here. The bigger insurance entities, that's reset.
Right.
In my world, and that is the M&A world for insurance agents right through reinsurers, and especially in insurance distribution, the agents and brokers, that has remained very robust. It's fighting the gravity of any pull down. There's been no, maybe there's been some downward pressure, but we don't feel it. There's so much capital and so much demand for these entities that the tuck-in world has not been affected yet by any valuation reset. So that will remain stable. Growth is slowed for these entities,
right?
But that's a good thing for me, for M&A, because that's where they're gonna get their growth from. So
when you say things are robust, can you just give us some context there? I mean, compared to say last year, or what that activity actually looks like right now?
Yeah, you know, I see the statistics about. And let me separate agents and brokers. That could be anywhere from 600 to 900 deals a year, which is enough for us to make a living both on the due diligence side and the M&A sell side. So it is a very, very active marketplace in the insurance distribution world. Agents and brokers all the way through managing general agents. And we don't see any slowdown. I would, in our due diligence practice, we do about 60 assignments for 15 active buyers.
Right.
So I'll see a slowdown there before I see it anywhere else, but we have not. I'm looking for it, but I have not seen it yet.
Coming into 2026, and this was kind of the story for 2025 when we did see financials actually outperform as a sector, there was a lot of hope that would continue, we would see that momentum, and that outperformance would be sustainable based on a number of factors: regulation, that steepening yield curve, but also M&A activity. I was listening to somebody who seems to think that not all of those things have actually panned out. I mean, are you seeing that? Because the financial sector as a whole, when you take a look at the S&P 500, is underperforming. I mean, it's struggling.
Yep.
Why is that?
Well, I think that's where the macroeconomic factors really kick in. For us, we're insulated from that. So we have seen a tremendous amount of activity. Partly because, and I'll tell you with regard to insurance, there is a demodularization of the insurance value chain. And I've been talking about it for a year and a half now.
What does that mean?
I'll tell you. Because I had to learn. I wrote a white paper on it actually to sound smart, and learned how to actually spell modularization. So
I'll take the elevator.
Yeah. What's happened is from that insurance value chain, that continuum from which I had to learn how to spell continuum too. From insured to reinsurance used to be a very straight line and very sequential. Now, because of data being available, technology being cheap, outside capital coming in outside of the insurance world, so sidecars, ILS captives, surplus notes into the system, reinsurance, it's more components now. So to solve a risk transfer problem, you can grab any one of those components. So a broker doesn't have to be a broker anymore. He can be a broker with a program, pull down a fronting company and reinsurance, and create his own insurance program. So he's more like a broker, wholesaler, underwriter, and risk taker in the insurance world. Who invented a carrier to say that in a carrier you have to have asset management, underwriting, claims handling, policy administration, capital management, all in one entity? Those are now components that are being used to solve these risk transfer problems, and it's creating more startups, more successful underwriting teams coming out, and this is in insurance. We're seeing RIAs, and it could be almost anything where groups that were once could not leave where they were because of the constraints of data or technology now have the ability to do it. So we're helping them do that as well.
Got you. What kind of companies are being acquisitive, and which ones are the targets of the acquiring right now?
So there are 39,000 insurance brokerages in the country. I may be off by 50, but there's a lot. And they are all maturing. So it's an agency. Our deals can run from anywhere from 10 million to 500 million in that, especially in the sector of agents and brokers, wholesalers. Those are the guys who write for agents and brokers or aggregate them. That's what we're seeing. Mom and pop. People have had their business for 40 years, selling it now. Plenty of sellers.
Okay.
Buyers are private equity backed or strategic. Mostly private equity backed is driving the market.
Understood. And lastly, just very quickly, if I can get your thoughts on how AI is actually reshaping the industry and influencing what gets acquired.
Yep. I'm not going to call it disruptive. I'm going to call it transformative.
Okay.
It's going to change things for the good, and that could be contrary to what people are thinking. There was a big dive in insurance stocks in February.
Right. Yes.
That was an overreaction. That is not going to happen. You speak to anybody in the CEO level of insurance brokerages, and this will help productivity, efficiency, margin expansion. This is going to change things. It's changed our practice.
Right.
So the way we do investment banking has changed, and this coming from a 66-year-old who's teaching 25-year-old technology and how to use it.
Understood. I mean, that seemed to be a case of shoot first, ask questions later.
Bet.
I think that obviously the market is starting to ask those questions now. Really appreciate your thoughts. We've completely run out of time, but thanks for stopping by.
Well, it was a pleasure.
Yeah, do it again
pleasure.
soon. Stephen Nigro there, who's AG Financial Institutions Group. Send things back over to you in Chicago for now, Marley.